Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Southeast.
Spring has finally sprung in Atlanta. An absolutely glorious night for baseball coming your way here at SunTrust Park. And the Braves hope to continue their early season mastery of the Philadelphia Phillies. Great game last night. Atlanta won it 2-1. They'll try to win the series outright here tonight. Hi again, friends, with Joe Simpson, Tom Glavine, Chip Carey. Welcome back to the ballpark. Intriguing pitching matchup for Game 2 tonight. If you like heat, you're going to see plenty of it. Nick Pivetta for the Phillies, and a much improved Mike Foltynewicz with his big fastball, fellas, goes for the Braves.
Let's hope tonight that for Mike Foltynewicz, his fastball leads to some early outs. One of the things that's been plaguing Mike a little bit has been the lack of first pitch strikes. And I think, Tom, when he gets ahead in the count, that breaking stuff can be real tough.
Well, he needs to look no further than what Julio did last night. Julio went out, pounded the zone, pounded with his fastball, pitched ahead all night, and it made everything else better. And for me, if Mike wants to make that next step and be that elite guy, those bottom numbers have to change. 57% first pitch strikes isn't good enough. 60% overall with your fastball. When you throw 95, 96 miles an hour, it kind of neutralizes that velocity if you're not in the zone enough with it. So to me, get in the zone with your fastball. You're going to be more efficient. You're going to become that better pitcher, and everything else that you throw up there is going to be better as well.
Well, I think it'll lead to more contact, too. You saw 104 pitches in 5 innings in his last start. If you're getting more contact early in the count, you're not going to be in such deep pitch counts early in the ball game.
Hopefully he'll pitch as well as Julio Teheran did last night. It's Game 2, the Braves and the Phillies. We will come back with first pitch lineups and Kelsey Wingert from the ballpark right after the break.
Striking out 9 and scattering 5 hits over 6 solid innings. Tonight, Brendan Mike Foltynewicz.
And everybody should be in a friendly mood with 74 degrees sunny weather on our Checkers weather report here at SunTrust Park. Gorgeous. evening for a ball game. Good crowd filing in for game 2 of the series, and hoping to see Mike Foltynewicz continue his early season good work as he makes his second start against the Phillies this year.
1-1 on the year with a 2.93 ERA. This is his 4th start of the season, and last 5 starts against the Phillies have been good. 2-1 with a 2.89 ERA. So a team that he's had success against. So look for him to go out there tonight and do that again.
And his 4 keys to pitching success, well, it'll just echo the theme we started with tonight. Number 1, first pitch strikes. Let's see how effective he is with that tonight and how much they lead to early outs for him in the inning, and be more efficient. So pitching more to contact, getting early outs. Hopefully he won't be at 100 pitches when he gets to the 5th inning.
Mike's first start against the Phillies came on March 30th against Gabe Kapler's club. He gave up 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. There were a couple of home runs hit. Rhys Hoskins and Carlos Santana did that. Again for Mike, a 5-inning outing. So hopefully he can take the ball deep tonight after Julio went 6 yesterday, as he faces Cesar Hernandez, who got the starting assignment off last night. Hernandez came on as a pinch hitter late in the game. He's their second baseman, and he takes a strike, says Doug Eddings, and we're underway. Hernandez at 269 on the year.
Did he say 73 or 37? Because
I'm thinking 73.
Because weather-wise, I've been a little dyslexic lately.
And stuck in a rut with that frosty weather on the last road trip. Going to crank up to the 80s tomorrow here in Atlanta. So if you haven't made your plans, hope you'll consider joining us here at SunTrust. And here's Mike now. 3 straight balls after he threw strike 1 to Hernandez. Bell tie strike, full count. Lifted softly in the air toward left, and Tucker should have no trouble. Good comeback for Foltynewicz to retire Cesar Hernandez, who's atop of the Phillies Toyota starting lineup. As I mentioned, Carlos Santana hit his first home run as a Philly against Foltynewicz here in Atlanta. Herrera, Hoskins, Williams, Franco, Knapp, Pivetta the pitcher hitting 8th, and J.P. Crawford the shortstop will bat 9th. Phillies think that Crawford and Hernandez will be back-to-back leadoff men as the lineup card moves toward the bottom half. Phillies 9-6 had their 6-game winning streak snapped here last night after Julio Teheran's masterful 6-inning performance. Santana off to a cold start with his batting average. He's hitting just 143 and 119 as a left-handed hitter. So don't put him on. But all of a sudden it's 3-0. Mike's gone to 3 balls to the first 2 Phillies hitters and is about to make his 10th pitch. And 4 straight. So a 1-out walk brings up Odubel Herrera, one of the heroes for the Braves last night.
That's what I like about you guys. You know, you're just really good at just letting things go. Just gonna sweep that right under the rug. Let's move on.
Well, let me just put it this way. The Philadelphia writers didn't let it go, as you can imagine. And the vexing game of Odubel Herrera cost the Phillies a chance to score a second run in the 3rd inning last night. Singled, walked into second, was tagged out after Markakis threw him out standing up.
You know what? I thought the lack of catching the fly ball was more egregious. Here's a sampling of what he did last night. Rips a base hit. Now, normally that's just a single, but he was hustling. But decided he'd just walk in. Great throw by Nick.
And if that was a one-off deal, it wouldn't be such a big deal in Philadelphia. But this has been an ongoing thing for Odubel Herrera. In fact, I was shocked when I heard one major league commentator on the MLB network today say that he doesn't think Odubel Herrera has baseball instincts. And if at this point in his career he doesn't have them, he's probably not going to. So Will the Phillies be able to live with that, considering the importance of this season?
I don't know that I would classify that as a baseball instinct. To me, he had baseball instinct coming out of the box because he made up his mind, you know what, I'm going to try and go for a double here. That's baseball instinct. Not sliding into a base when it's the simplest thing to do has nothing to do with instincts for me.
Yeah, that's vapor lock. You know, same thing was said a lot of times about Yasiel Puig,
Right.
who has all this athletic ability and has some great baseball ability, but sometimes he's launching throws into the dugout and stuff where he didn't need to. It's just kind of a learning process of learning how to play the game right.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Fultonevich absolutely locked up Odubel Herrera, and he's down on a check swing strikeout. And there's the second out of the inning.
There's a term for hitters. They say don't let them in your kitchen. And that means inside. Don't let that pitcher get on your hands inside. And this wasn't even a fastball. Well, Mike came in on him and blew up his kitchen right there.
So Rhys Hoskins stands in. Hoskins has been a terrific cleanup hitter for the Phillies this year. He reached base 4 times last night. He earned 3 walks. And he's reached base in 8 of his last 9 plate appearances, dating back to their series wrap up with Tampa Bay. Something off speed, and Hoskins took it. Even count.
I love that pitch. I know
Yeah,
it was a slider, almost like a cutter.
Yeah.
He didn't overthrow it.
Took a little something off of it.
That one got through Perez, who can't find it. It'll ricochet all the way back to Fultonevich in front of the mound. And Santana at second on the wild pitch. Hoskins hitting .341. And a lot of damage against the Braves. That sweeps outside. 3-1 your count. We saw the Braves pitch around this guy quite a bit last night. If you do so here, you've got Nick Williams waiting on deck rather than Aaron Altair, and Williams is on a tear. He's got a hefty hitting streak working. Let's see how it works out with a 3-1 count.
This is similar to an inning that happened to Mike against Washington here back on April 4th. Struck out the first 2 guys, and then he hit Severino. Severino went to second on a wild pitch, and if you remember, Scherzer got a base hit and scored a run. That was a cheap run. You hope that doesn't happen again here.
Swing and a miss. It didn't. The equalizer at 98. Up and out of the zone. Hoskins chased it. And Fultonevich works around a 1-out walk. Back-to-back strikeouts ends the Phillies first. Nick Pivetta to the mound for the Phillies. The Braves gunning for their 10th win of the season. They have 3 already against the Phillies. The weather's heating up, and hopefully Ender Inciarte will as well, as he leads off the Toyota starting lineup. Standard 1 through 7. Carlos Perez 8th, Foltynewicz 9th, and Nick Pivetta, a tough hombre, in opposition.
1-0 on the year with a 2.7 ERA. Off to a good start.
And popped out a play by Inciarte. He's behind 0-1.
See Pivetta's numbers against the Braves pretty good. 4 starts, 3-0 record with a 3 ERA.
If there was a ballot for the most improved player award in Major League Baseball after 2 weeks of the season, Nick Pivetta might be the guy that gets the vote. This is a guy last year that lost 10 games and had an ERA over 6. This year, a 2.70 ERA and 2 walks in his first 16 2/3 innings.
Yeah, and it started at the end of the year. He got some things figured out. He quit walking as many guys. In his last 6 starts of 2017, he went 4-0 with a 1.87 ERA, and he's brought it right into this season. A lot of confidence.
Anders serves another one out of play. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
93-96 on his fastball. Curve, slider, changeup.
Breaking ball is ladled into left. And Enders aboard with a leadoff single. He singled, stole a base, and scored the first Atlanta run in the opening inning last night. Let's see if the Braves are off to the races here to start tonight's game.
Breaking ball up. You leave one up there, it's going to get ladled.
Yep. So here's Ozzie. 5 consecutive multi-hit games for the Braves second baseman. He scored the winning run for Atlanta in the 4th on a Kurt Suzuki sacrifice fly. That was the Altair and Herrera play where there was some confusion. And Ozzie told Ron Washington, "I'm going if he catches it," and he outran the baseball. And that's all Atlanta's pitching staff needed to secure a 2-1 victory.
Yeah, that was the play I was referring to, that Herrera made it very hard on Altair to try to make a throw.
Anders started, then slammed on the brakes, and Ozzie took a cut and didn't get it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ozzie is right down off the knob of the bat. That right pinky finger is down below the knob.
One ball, 2 strikes. During this incredible offensive run over the last 5 games, Ozzie has 12 hits in 23 at bats. Not only is he getting on, he's coming around to score. He's second only to Bryce Harper in the National League in runs scored in 2018. He scored 16 runs. Big lead by Ender, who's chased back standing up. Two balls, 2 strikes. Smoked into center. That ball is hammered. And onto the track. Herrera's going to make the catch a step shy of the fence. He hit it to the deepest part of the park. If he pulls it 5 feet, he's got a homer. Instead, it's a long, loud first out.
He barrels up so many pitches. Look at Pivetta. He knew that that sound wasn't good. But a good play by Herrera here. Kept his eye on the ball, felt for the wall. Nice play.
So 1 out for Freddie Freeman. Freddie at 308 on the year, looking for his first hit head-to-head with Nick Pivetta. Freeman with 12 runs batted in. Phillies have pitched him extremely carefully in the first 4 games. Freddie's been walked 8 times in those first 4. Good rip at it, and it's fouled back to the bricks. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Today was really no different than any other day for Freddie in his batting practice. He was still trying to hit the ball the other way, trying to line the ball to left center. And my guess is that he knows that this is going to come up. He knows this situation will come up with this shift, so why not work on it a little bit?
Runner goes. Good jump, and Freeman got hit by a pitch. So Pivetta hits Freeman with a slider, and the Braves have 2 on with 1 out.
That's too bad. I think Ender had it stolen.
Well, the Braves have 2 on for the right guy at the right time. A glancing blow sends Freeman to first. It's Nick Markakis, who drove in 14 runs against the Phillies last year, and he's off to a flying start this year. He's our Yellowwood brand, bringing the lumber feature.
12 driven in his last 17 games. You'll take that. Take a couple more right here.
He walked him off on opening day here with a 3-run homer. Chance for another one right here. And Pivetta gets ahead with a strike.
I don't know what Mike Foltynewicz's record is when he gets a lead, gets the first runs, but I think it goes a long way for him knowing he can make a mistake or 2 and still be okay and use that fastball.
Yeah, it's always much easier to go out there and pitch when you have a little bit of a cushion, or a little, in your mind, a little bit of room for a mistake, and don't feel like you have to be perfect. Like that one mistake's going to cost you a ball game. So, and particularly early, you get a jump on a team early, does a world of good for your starting pitcher.
And a jump on a guy the caliber of Pivetta doesn't hurt either. He's quickly ahead 0-2. And a breaking ball is bounced toward third. Second base for 1. Ball bobbled. Everybody else is safe. So that would have been a tailor-made double play, but J.P. Crawford couldn't complete the transfer. The Braves get a break. Preston Tucker will get a chance to hit with 2 on and now 2 out.
There's a guy playing shortstop who is a shortstop playing second base in this case, not used to making that turn from that spot.
So the shift gets the out, but not the 2. And that brings up Preston Tucker, who's hit 3 3-run homers this year. He too a chance to put a crooked number up right here. So Pivetta's going to have to throw a few extra pitches. He's up to 17 of them in the opening inning. He threw 103 pitches over 7 innings against the Reds in his last outing. Ender led off with a hit to left. Markakis at first after a force play. And a good cut. And Preston now a 2-1 count.
He was on it.
Tucker's had 2 3-run homers in the first inning this year. Can he crack another one in tonight's opening frame? The pitch. Breaking ball stayed high. It's 3-1.
He didn't walk anybody in his last start. Pavetta, 7 innings against the Reds, got a no decision despite only allowing 2 hits. And something else that jumps out at you coming into this start, he's only allowed 14 hits, but the key is only 2 extra base hits, 2 doubles.
What an equalizer, though, huh? Man, you're behind in the count, and like you guys were talking with Mike Foltynewicz, country hardball. Here's 96. Hit it if you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great luxury to have, but too often you see guys that have it that don't throw it. They just throw a breaking ball or something else.
Markakis off to the races. The pitch is smoked into right field. A base hit. Braves lead. Tucker turns around a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and with 2 outs, the Braves strike first in the first. He can hit, folks. That's his 13th RBI.
Boy, that was threading the needle too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Low heater. And right between the infielders.
Yep, Braves got the extra out and they cashed in.
So Foltynewicz has 1 first-inning run to play with. Let's see if Dansby can add to the lead. Did you know that Dansby Swanson has the highest batting average in the National League with runners in scoring position this year? He's hitting .615 with a runner at second or third. And .339 overall. A great start for Swanson in the first 2+ weeks.
Sure is.
Big hole for him on the right side as Tucker leads. The pitch. Got the high slider called for a strike. It's 0-2. Took a shot at right field to stay alive, which has been the plan of attack for Swanson all year. And we'll do it again. 0-2. That's a big reason why the Braves have won 9 of their first 15 games. A ton of big hits with 2 outs, including Tucker's single here. Good take. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
This guy's pretty good at putting hitters away too. When he's 0-1, 0-2, or 1-2, coming into the game, hitters are hitting .080 against him. 2 for 25. That's the kitchen again. Dansby got him out of there.
I was going to say, Dansby got him out of there.
At 95.
Yeah.
And he was out in front of it. So he knows he can pull him. Let's see if Dansby can keep one fair here with a 1-2 count. Ball in the dirt. Tucker with an excellent secondary jump. He'll take second.
That's being heads up and anticipating.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. What a terrific first inning for the Braves. Pavetta hardly walks anybody. This is a Braves team that doesn't strike out an awful lot. They are fouling off tough pitches. And at this pace, it could be a quick night for Mr. Pavetta.
They've already got somebody warming up.
The 2-2 pitch. Line drive right field. That'll chase Williams back. And he's there to retire the side. Atlanta strikes first in the first inning. Preston Tucker's RBI hit gives Atlanta the lead.
You know the weather that the Braves have had to deal with the last 2 weeks. Today, 72 and sunny. This team has earned this. A beautiful day. And where else to enjoy this weather than poolside at the Omni? So I'm going to have a fry. And Chip, Joe, and Glav, cheers.
Oh, mercy.
Wow. Her drink looks way better than ours.
Yeah,
I can say that.
You know how much we love
I
you,
got
right?
2 more. I got some for y'all.
That doesn't look like iced tea to me.
Say, you know how much we love you, right? We really don't like you right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You want a fry?
No.
We got drinks.
How's the view, by the
Glav,
way?
I got you a salad.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah,
The
but
view's nice.
Yeah, but what's the score?
It's 1-0.
Oh, okay.
I can have. There's a TV. I got the field.
We're going to check again when that drink's done.
I'll be in the pool at that point.
Oh, perfect. As Nick Williams leads off. How's the view over there, Kelsey? That's the first time we've had anybody over there at SunTrust Park.
I've been up here a couple times. The pool's phenomenal. I mean, the hotel is ridiculous. The baseball touches they have in here. But they have a green space behind me with bar tops that look directly into the outfield.
Oh, nice.
That's fun.
Plenty of drinks. It's apparently, I've been told, the summer of mango. So a lot of the drinks are mango themed, which is what I have here. And then some blackberry and strawberry concoctions. Those are for you, Chip and Joe. Glav, I got you the salad, like I said.
Nice.
Now you're thinking. Pitch upstairs to Williams. And it's a leadoff walk. 2 walks for Mike in the first inning plus. Well, that's going to be an exciting place once the weather gets real hot here at SunTrust Park. The Omni Hotel and the Comcast building opening up this past off season. In fact, the Omni was open for business just before Christmas, and stayed in that for Joe's Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And it is a great place. So if you make your plans to come to see the Braves, check out the Omni. It is a wonderful venue, and yes, you can look into the ballpark from a whole lot of rooms at the hotel.
Pretty good pitch there that he didn't get the call on. Franco had a devil of a time last night with Julio's slider.
Struck out 3 times in 4 trips. And he's going to hit a bullet to left here. So the Phillies have an immediate threat, first and second with nobody out. You've got Knapp, then you have the pitcher hitting 8th. We'll see how it works out.
Fastball down the middle.
Knapp hitting 182. Andrew has not had much luck against Braves pitching. For his career, he has 3 hits in 28 at bats.
The first inning, Mike threw 21 pitches, 16 of them were fastballs. 7 strikes, 44%.
Got to do better.
It's fallen behind Knapp, the 7th place hitter here. And now it's 2-0. So 10 pitches so far in the inning, nobody out. Double play ball would sure be nice. Knapp came up in the 9th inning against Arodys Vizcaino last night and struck out to lead off the inning. Tonight he's up with 2 on, nobody out in the 2nd. And Mike got a break there. That might not have been a strike. 2-2 the count.
Braves have a slight shift on for him with Dansby playing up the middle. I'd love a double play ball. Back foot slider might be a good idea here.
Swing and a miss. Snap didn't get it. 2 on, 1 out, and Pivetta, the pitcher, is due up.
That was good too.
Higher than high. Hung it a little bit higher than he could do anything with it.
Yeah. Backed up a little bit. Wouldn't it have been great if you could have thrown a backup slider whenever you wanted?
Oh my God, that would be the greatest pitch in the game, but you can't do it on purpose.
Think how good you could have been.
I could have been something.
Downstairs to Pivetta, who shows bunt. He does not yet have a sacrifice.
They don't have many, period. Braves have more sacrifices than anybody in the National League. They have 9. Phillies have 3.
.20 balls, 16 strikes for Mike Foltynewicz so far. Ground ball hit towards second. There's 1. There's 2. They let Pivetta swing the bat, and the Phillies are doubled up in the 2nd inning. They had 2 on, nobody out. Strikeout, double play, cost Philadelphia. They wish they had J.P. Crawford hitting 8th in that situation. Atlanta 1, Phillies nothing. Home 2nd coming up. Immediate trouble in the second inning. 2 on, nobody out. Strikeout, double play. Keeps the Braves in front 1-0. And Mike is due up third here in the second inning. The frame will start with Ryan Flaherty batting a cool .364 on the year. He's our Zaxby's indescribably good player tonight.
We can't say enough good things about Ryan and the way he's played, and being a late spring training pickup and jumping right in there opening day playing third base. He's just been a great addition.
And he is wearing out the Phillies, the team that let him go out of spring training. He's 8 for 16 against him this year. I would think that's a big advantage as a hitter, to spend a month with a club and then face him twice in the first 2 weeks.
His reputation was one of being a real good utility guy, could play anywhere on the field, and an outstanding defender. What the Braves are getting from him offensively was not in the report, and a real bonus.
Well, no matter what happens for Ryan Flaherty the rest of his career, he will be able to say he led the National League in hitting for a day, which was the case yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even the first day of the season.
Yeah.
2-1 count. Slashed out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, his good play has allowed the Braves to give Johan Camargo a lot of time to come back from his back and side issue. Johan had a couple of hits for Gwinnett yesterday. And that missed inside. Gwinnett's got Mike Soroka pitching tonight. We'll keep you updated on that score for the Stripers later on. A lot of pitches for Pivetta in the opening inning. Broken bat grounder towards second. Hernandez will make the play. 1 out. And here's Carlos Perez. I don't know that the Braves have a quote-unquote personal catcher for Mike Foltynewicz, but the last 3 games, including tonight, Perez has been the guy behind the plate.
Oh, you want to give your main guy a night off, right? So I guess if you can have the consistency of it being the same guy all the time, it's probably not a bad idea.
Perez 1 for 11 so far at the plate. Got a breaking ball and pop that one up right in the middle of the diamond. Who wants it? Crawford at shortstop handles cleanly, and just like that, 2 are out.
I was going to yell Freddie Galvis, but he's not here.
Yeah. Right. Let's see if Mike can put it in play. He did against Max Scherzer. And takes a strike. And quickly it's 0-2 from Nick Pivetta, a man acquired from Washington for Jonathan Papelbon. Little roller back to the mound, and Pivetta makes short work of Atlanta in the bottom of the second inning. 3 up, 3 down. Crawford, Hernandez, and Santana are coming up.
All-South Highway Safety Team. The All-South Highway Safety Team reminds you to play it safe by always wearing your seatbelt.
It's 1-0 here at SunTrust Park, and it is also April in the ATL. You have Atlanta United, the Braves, and the Hawks all in action this month. And we have Atlanta United's Chris McCann in the house tonight. And Chris, I know you've been to a couple of games. You're also from Ireland. Was that a big sport down there in Ireland, or has this been kind of your first time to have a team to cheer for?
No, it's crazy. It's not big at all in Ireland. But funnily enough, in the area that I actually live in, they've started up a baseball team. So my little brother's mad about it. But to come here and have this kind of environment to live in and to come and see the games, we have friends over from the UK today. So, and even from a little boy who's joined the T-ball league, it's fantastic to not only grow up like watching soccer or, you know, English sports. There's just so much to do, and to take in a baseball game, it's amazing.
Talking about environment here, and if you haven't been to an Atlanta United game, there's nothing like the environment that they put on for you guys. And I know your last game, the environment was incredible, and you actually scored your first goal for Atlanta United. What was that environment like on Sunday?
Oh, it's crazy. Anytime you play at home in a Mercedes-Benz, the fans bring the atmosphere, bring the noise. You know, it's a real big occasion, and you know that passes on to the players as well. We feel the energy that they bring on the field, and you know that kind of lifts you. That extra 10% makes you want to go faster, run harder, and play harder, and you know, to give something back to the fans of the city. So it's amazing to be able to play in front of a crowd like that in the atmosphere every week. It's incredible.
Yeah, the city has embraced you guys like nothing we've ever seen. And Saturday it's going to be cool because the Braves play in the evening, and then you guys are in LA on the West Coast, so you play at 10:30, which gives the fans an opportunity. Come out, check out a ball game at SunTrust Park, head over to the Battery and catch you guys on TV. But I know that's going to be a pretty big game for you guys, and you guys are unbeaten in 5 straight matches.
Yeah, that's going to be a real tough game. Anywhere going on to the West Coast, it's going to be a tough game. And, you know, the added incentive is playing against the new big guy in the league, which is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So, you know, to go up against him, it's going to be incredible. You know, he's made such a big impact in the league already, and he's been here, well, like 2-3 weeks. So, you know, the LA Derby was on last week, and he scored 2 goals in that. So he made a bang. He scored again in the last game. So, you know, Zlatan coming in the league is going to have, you know, a positive impact in the league. But for us, we're going to have to go and try stop the big guys. So we're going to work hard on that this week, and hopefully we can go there and get the win.
Well, you know the city of Atlanta has y'all's back. We're all rooting for you guys. 5 straight games where they're unbeaten, and it's a big one for you guys coming up this Saturday. Chris, I'll let you enjoy some baseball now and enjoy the game. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
April in the ATL. Chip, Joe, and Tom.
All right, Kelsey, thank you very much. We've got a soccer score so far. It's 1-0 Atlanta. After Cesar Hernandez singled with 1 out, that brings up Carlos Santana, who walked, took second on a wild pitch, and was left stranded in the opening inning.
Not that you guys have had much opportunity, but if you get a chance, go to a game. It's pretty fun. There's a very different environment than what you see here at a baseball game.
Pretty much nonstop.
Oh, nonstop, nonstop.
1 ball, no strikes. And 2-0. Yeah, Mike, one of our keys tonight. Can he throw strike 1 consistently? The answer to that to this point has been no. He's 5 of 11.
Well, you know, I mean, the first strike thing is one thing, right? But constantly pitching behind on the count is the other. And to Joe's point, if you're in the strike zone early, you know, you got a chance to get some first pitch outs, but you also got a chance to put guys away sooner. And if you want to have efficiency to where you're not throwing 100+ pitches in 5+ innings, you know, that has to start. I mean, I keep, every time I see him, I always want to talk about Scherzer. And I'm not saying that Mike is Max Scherzer, but the styles are similar, and Max Scherzer has figured out how to get outs early, but if he gets you deep in the count, he puts you away. And so he's that combination of, yeah, he's going to strike out 10, 11, 12 guys a night, but he's going to pitch 7, 8, 9 innings and do it efficiently, right, because he gets his outs early. He knows how to pitch the contact, but he also knows that, okay, I got 2 strikes on you. We're not getting to 3 and 2. I'm getting you out before we get to 2 and 2.
Right.
And that's, you know, obviously an acquired trait, but It's kind of where he's got to get.
And again, he gets to 2 strikes with Santana and loses him. So that's 3 walks, 1 in each inning. And again, he's got first and second with 1 out, and Adubel Herrera up, a man that he struck out on a check swing his first time up.
Does there have to be a mindset check at the door, if you will, about strikeouts, that don't be obsessed with strikeouts even though you're a power pitcher?
I mean, maybe to some extent. I'm not so sure that that's even it. I don't get the sense that he's going out there trying to strike guys out. You know?
I don't either.
Right.
My point is really more about he's a power pitcher, and when young guys are throwing 95 to 100 miles an hour, a lot of it is expected for them to blow people away and strike a lot of guys out.
No, you're right, and you know, I'm sure that's look, I'm sure that's part of it. I'm sure he's well aware that he needs to throw more strikes and he needs to be more efficient, and all that weighs on you too.
Line drive past Ozzie and into right center field. Hernandez will come around from third. Santana will get to third, and the Phillies have tied the game on an Adubel Herrera 1-out single.
This was a fastball at 99, but it was above the belt, and he just leveled off on it, got the barrel out there.
So let's see if Mike can limit the damage here. Double play is still in order. You've got Rhys Hoskins, who's not a fast runner, but can you get him to hit the ball on the ground? Mike got out of the second inning with a double play from Pivetta. Hoskins struck out, chased a fastball up and out of the zone. Very nearly chased that one too. Ball 1. Hearing about Rhys Hoskins and another kid named Dylan Cousins for the Phillies for the last couple of years. This young man put up enormous offensive numbers at Double-A a couple of years ago. And the main reason why he's here and Cousins isn't yet is that Rhys Hoskins is a much more polished major league hitter. Much more patient approach. He'll take his walks. And like Cousins, if he makes contact, it goes a long way. This time, though, he rolls toward Flaherty. There's 1. There's 2. Double play. Fultonevich gets the twin killing that he so desperately needed. Nice start by Flaherty, and an even better turn by Ozzie. The Phillies tie the game 1 apiece. Top of the Atlanta order coming up. We got a 1-1 game. The third inning, Ender Inciarte will lead off. He's our AARP Take On Today featured performer.
.50 games, good numbers. 30 runs in 50 games. Well, that's good. Ender got off to a slow start last year. Slow start this year. I have no doubts, neither does Brian Snitker, that this is temporary.
Ender is a former Philly. Many people probably forgot that. Originally signed by the Diamondbacks in 2008. Phillies took him in the Rule 5 draft after the 2012 season. They returned him to Arizona April 4th, 2013. And then the Braves, of course, got him with Dansby Swanson and Aaron Blair for Shelby Miller and Gabe Spire right before Christmas in 2015.
Is Shelby back pitching? Have you noticed?
Not yet. I don't think. I think he's back a little later in the summer. The 0-2 pitch is out of play. And I want to send out best wishes to Aaron Blair, who had shoulder surgery today. Dr. Andrews performed that procedure. All of us hope that Aaron, who worked so hard, get in great shape this spring. Hopefully that hard work will pay off. The rehab will go well, and he'll be back sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. Did it have something to do with a play at the plate?
I don't know the answer to that.
I thought that I read that he was covering home. Something odd happened.
Ender with a base hit to lead off the third. He's got a multi-hit game. Weather gets hot, he does too. That's 3 singles for the Braves tonight.
Didn't let that slider get in on him.
So 3 hits in the series for Inciarte. Here's Ozzie. He chased Herrera to the center field fence back in the first. And Pivetta threw him a breaking ball to start the sequence. Ozzie Albies is the youngest player in the major leagues. He's playing a lot older than he is.
It's funny how that works with players from Curacao.
No balls and a strike. That's outside, even count. Got baseball with a Caribbean flair tonight. Cleveland's facing Minnesota down in San Juan, Puerto Rico at Hiram Bithorn Stadium. What an emotional day that has to be for those wonderful folks. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes after the hurricane devastation last fall. To have a Major League Baseball game back in Puerto Rico has to be a big thrill for guys like Francisco Lindor of Cleveland, for example. One ball, 2 strikes. Nice play by Santana to save Pivetta. A mistake.
Good move. Close play.
And Ozzie didn't get it. He is down on strikes. And Pivetta has his first strikeout of the game. Last year he averaged almost 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's out number 1 on strikeout number 1. We're in inning number 3.
Strikeout number 12 for Ozzie. Swanson leads the team with 14. Only 1 walk for Ozzie.
Freeman jumps on the first pitch and drives it toward left center. Herrera to the track, feels for the wall, has plenty of room. Ender's going to tag and head to second, and he'll slide in ahead of the throw. Good base running. Ender moves up on a deep fly out, and that'll bring up Nick Markakis. Freddie tried to ambush one and just missed. Nick bounced into a 5-6 force play. The importance of the Phillies getting a 5-6 out. They were in a shift. They could not turn a double play. Preston Tucker then was allowed to hit, and he singled home the first run of the game. And they got ahead of Nick quickly, 0-2 in the first inning. He's thrown him a first pitch strike here.
And Marquette is quite capable of hitting one between the mound and Franco on that left side.
He tried to with that pitch and fouled it away. 0-2.
He's talking about Pavetta's ability to get outs when he gets ahead in the count. A 2 for 25 mark when he's ahead in the count. Well, both of Enciarte's hits tonight have come on 1 ball, 2 strike counts.
Pavetta threw 21 pitches in the first, 16 in the second. He's thrown 18. That's not correct. He's thrown 55 pitches total. And the pitch is chopped foul past third and out of play. It's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runs are even at 1, hits are even at 3. Braves have left 2 on base. Phillies have left 1. Ender's going to try to take third. Pitch popped up. And in foul ground, Franco says he's got it. He staggers a bit but stays with it. And that will retire the side. Pavetta gives up a leadoff hit, nothing else. Time for tonight's SunTrust Confidence Starts Here feature. Braves pitching has been excellent in their first 15 games. Atlanta second to Cleveland in starters ERA since April the 4th.
Well, they're going out there giving them a chance, and that's why they're off to a good start.
So Nick Williams leads off for the Phillies in the 4th inning. Franco and Knapp to follow. See if Mike can have an easy 1-2-3 inning. I think it's safe to say that for Foltynewicz and Pivetta, the word efficiency would not be used to describe their start to this point. That should help, as Mike will flip to first. A 3-pitch sequence takes care of Williams for out number one. I misspoke earlier about Pavetta. He threw 30 pitches in the first inning. Foltynewicz threw 21. Both of them are in the mid to upper 50s now as we start inning number 4.
That's a wonderful number to have for Mike. Trying to get that first guy out every inning.
Yeah, you're getting that first guy every inning. You would think, be able to be a little bit more efficient and get a little bit deeper into ball games.
Mike threw that ephus when time was called. He looked out to see what the speed on it was.
It was a strike. I know that. Pop fly foul and out of play. Well, we're talking about efficiency as we look at Mike's pitch. Perfect form, by the way. And fouled back by Franco. 0-2. The job that Julio Teheran did last night is worth talking about. 96 pitches over 6 innings. And I think, guys, the style with which he got to those 96 pitches is worth examining. Our Fox Sports crew had a great shot after Julio came out of the game last night, talking with Anibal Sanchez on the dugout bench. And Julio said Anibal has really been extremely helpful to him. As Ender's going to track that one down in center for the second out. He's been working with Julio on his slider, and his slider last night was as good as we've ever seen it. But guys, his ability to change speeds off that slider was something that we haven't seen. And Joe, I know we've talked about velocity for Julio. When he's 92, 93, that slider's awfully effective. When it's 89, 90, not so much. He threw a couple 72-mile-an-hour sliders last night.
If anybody knows how to throw a slider at different speeds, it's Anibal. We've seen some off-speed pitches from him that have been awesome in the low 70s, high 60s. So that's a good partner to have for you over there on the bench, teaching you a few things.
Knapp struck out his first time. So my question is, would Anibal Sanchez be able to help a guy like a Foltynewicz who throws 97 miles an hour, not 91?
Of course he can. I mean, Anibal is, you know, he's gotten it up there pretty good at times in his career, and you know, a guy that certainly, you know, pitched off his fastball for the healthier portions of his career. But yeah, I mean, look, any guy who's been through it, been successful, has had to reinvent himself a little bit. Yeah, he's got a lot to offer anybody that will listen to him. You know, the fact that I love that he's talking to Julio and Julio's taking things in, because to me as a pitcher, that's one of the things that I think you really have to do, is you got to challenge yourself to do things differently or a little bit better, or make small adjustments here and there. And if it's, you know, taking a little bit off a breaking ball, you know, great. I mean, I always felt like, look, you want to command your fastball on both sides of the plate. You're typically going to start off throwing your breaking ball and your changeup to one side of the plate. Okay, once you show you can do that, okay, let's see if I can move it over to the other side of the plate. Let's see if I can throw it on that side to those hitters. Let's see if I can backdoor it. Let's see if I can front door it. I mean, challenge yourself.
That is tipped and caught, and Foltynewicz has a sparkling 1-2-3. Top of the 4th inning. We'll continue that discussion with Tommy as Braves come up in the home 4th. History brought to you by Geico. April 17th, 2006, in front of a packed Shea Stadium crowd. Future Hall of Famer Pedro Martinez won his 200th game. The milestone would come in a 4-3 victory over the Braves and would make Martinez the 103rd pitcher in big league history to accomplish that feat. What a competitor, Pedro Martinez.
Yes, he was.
Dodgers thought he was too small. They traded him to Montreal.
I think that was for Delino DeShields, right?
I don't recall.
That's who the Dodgers got back. For Pedro, Preston Tucker leads off the 4th inning and lifts one in the air to left, where Hoskins is moving near the line, and he makes the grab for out number 1. Pavetta's retired the last 4 straight. Dansby Swanson, the hitter, he flied out to end the Braves first. Washington's winning again. They're beating the Mets 3-0. Big comeback for them yesterday. Mets had a big lead. Washington came back and won 8-6. They scored 6 times in the 8th inning to stun the Metropolitans.
It's funny how a game like that, and the Mets have been playing so well and in first place by a good margin. One game like that and everybody, the sky's falling in New York.
Yeah, well,
it's over. That was fun while it lasted.
yeah.
And some of the quotes in the paper were like, well, we will not let this 1 inning sidetrack us for the next week. As the Mets gave up a game to the Nationals. Tonight they've got Zach Wheeler pitching against Gio Gonzalez.
You know, the Braves get all 4 of the big boys for New York, beginning with Matt Harvey Thursday against Anibal Sanchez.
Cubs and Cardinals are underway in Chicago after they were snowed out yesterday. That's no score at Wrigley in the 2nd inning.
Did you say that snow score?
Snow. I didn't, but I wish I'd thought of it. Nicely done. Pitch. He's in for a strike. Yankees beat Miami 12-1 yesterday. Aaron Judge, the fastest ever to 60 home runs in big league history. Giancarlo Stanton, no hits, 27 strikeouts in 15 games. And another back page crisis on a daily basis with Giancarlo Stanton if he doesn't get 2 hits or 2 homers. Miami's supposed to get JT Realmuto back tonight, by the way. He's been hurt with a bruised back. And so far so good for the Marlins. They're up 7-0. Ground ball foul, and Arbuckle Jenkins tells us that JT Realmuto hit a 3-run homer off Tanaka in his return tonight.
Terrific player.
Yeah, he's some kind of good.
Somebody had an interesting poll question this afternoon as Dansby digs in with a 2-2 count. How many games will JT Realmuto play for the Marlins before they trade him this year? Because you know every team in baseball has been knocking on that door trying to pry him away. And some are wondering if the Mets have been calling after they lost their number 1 and number 2 catchers in consecutive days. 3-2 pitch. He is bounced toward third. Nice play. Franco, bad throw. Santana can't hang on. The ball is going to trickle into the camera well, and Dansby will end up at second base with 1 out.
That was a good at bat.
Yeah, it was.
Dansby's fighting off a lot of pitches. He's really battling, and you can present all the arguments for you that you want about strikeouts don't matter. if you put the ball in play, anything can happen, just like we saw, and it does not happen on a strikeout.
Well, we had that stat earlier.
8 pitch at bat.
Now, the Braves are one of the top non-strikeout offenses in Major League Baseball over the last 3 or 4 years. And that's doing exactly what you want to a pitcher of Pavetta's caliber. Drives him up to 68 pitches now with 1 out in the 4th inning. He needed 103 pitches to go 7 innings against the Reds. Flaherty is 0 for 1. He grounded out. Oh, that handcuff nap. See how he caught that? That was like,
I think it caught him.
Like with a butterfly net. Watch this. Ooh, he still got the call.
Cross up.
See a ring of perspiration on that Phillies cap for Nick Pivetta on a warm but comfortable night. And taken high and away.
I think most of the players have forgotten what the sweat is like. Kind of nice.
Dansby represents the go-ahead run. He's at second, 1 out. Late. Pavetta's still throwing very hard. That one at 95 miles an hour.
Yeah, Pivetta, you got your hands full when you're in the batter's box with Pivetta, and Dansby's doing a little dancing around out there like he'd like to steal third. That can do nothing but distract Ryan Flaherty.
Herrera's playing Flaherty to pull in center field. Crawford playing right behind Swanson up the middle. Now the pitch. Just missed the corner. Pivetta wanted that. Pretty good pitch.
Wasn't in the oval.
Great take. So full count. Ryan has 4 hits in his last 2 games played. He'd love another one right here to put the Braves in front. Ground ball hit toward the left side. Crawford will put that in his back pocket. Infield hit for Ryan Flaherty, and the Braves have runners first and second now with 1 out. Nice job by Crawford to get to that ball and keep it on the infield.
Even better job of Dansby of not running into an out there. The only play Crawford would have had is at third base, and Dansby decided to go. That's why anytime you're at second base, ground ball to your right, got to make it go through.
Well, let's see if Perez can make something happen here. He popped out his first time up.
Ryan Flaherty is now 9 for 18 with runners on base.
He's also 9 for 18 against the Phillies pitching staff. 0-1.
Should I just shorten that? I mean, like WAR or RISP, you know, just say Rob. He's 9 for 18 Rob with Rob.
I like it.
Or mob, men on base, right?
Yeah. Take your pick. Most people wouldn't have any more idea about that than I do about all the other stuff with initials. I rely on Chan to tell me.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And now 2-2. Atlanta got a first inning run off Pavetta. Phillies countered with a 3rd inning run of their own. A Herrera RBI single. And that one chopped to the right side. There'll be only one play. It's made to first. Runners move up 90 feet. And now Mike Foltynewicz is up. 2 on, 2 out. Not sure if Mike is still using R.A. Dickey's bats. That's what he used for his RBI double earlier in the year.
Ambush him right here. Sell out on a fastball.
Ball 1.
He's ready. He was on his heels, ready to cut it loose.
Right at the bottom of the zone. Pretty pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got another one at the very bottom of the zone. You know, Michael won that call when he goes to work in the top of the 5th. And a slider takes care of Foltynewicz, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 Atlanta runners left.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places. And by by SunTrust. Confidence starts here.
Friday night here at SunTrust Park, as you see from our Xfinity cam. Good ball game. Nick Pivetta and Mike Fultonevich, two flamethrowers working in the middle game of 3. It's an even duel. 1-1 is your score. The Braves one more hit than Philadelphia, which comes up here in the 5th inning, which is sponsored by Audi. Mike has the pitcher to start things off. Pivetta with a key at bat in this game. Hit into a double play to end the Phillies' second. A frame that began with 2 runners on and nobody out. Mike has had 2 double plays turned behind him tonight. Good cut, fouled away off to the right.
Pivetta, big guy, 6'5", 210, out of Victoria, British Columbia. Been a lot of good players come out of British Columbia, but the Nationals made him the 4th round pick in 2013 out of New Mexico Junior College. That's some pretty good scouting.
Yeah,
New Mexico.
Mike's got to work a little harder to get Pivetta here, and he can't get him. Pivetta got to 2 strikes, fouled off a couple of pitches, got it to 2-2, and then singled to start the inning. That is a rare sight against Mike Fultonevich. That is only the 2nd leadoff man this year to get a base hit against him in any inning, and it's the pitcher to add insult to injury.
Wasn't his best fastball. It was 92. Just trying to throw a strike, get him to put it in play, and he did. And stop.
J.P. Crawford is the Phillies shortstop. He flied out his first time up. Right on by, 2 balls and a strike.
He's beginning to come around for the Phillies. Slow start for him. 5-game hitting streak working, 5 for 10, showing signs that he's ready to snap out of it.
Well, the Phillies have talked about this young man for a while. J.P. Crawford, number 1 pick in the 2013 draft. They thought so much of him that they moved Freddie Galvis to San Diego. And we all know how good a player Freddie Galvis is. Crawford got into 23 big league games last year and hit .214. Now he's got a 3-2 count, and he couldn't stop himself. Fultonevich gets some help. Crawford down on strikes. Mike has 5 of those, 1 away.
The first back foot sliders he's thrown to a lefty. Got him to go.
Yeah, good pitch, good execution.
A strike to Cesar Hernandez, who had back-to-back seasons for the Phillies, hitting .294. He did it last year in 128 games for them. Hernandez missed a month and a half with a left oblique strain last season.
He's a good player.
See if Mike can finish him off. Good try on an 0-2 count. And Perez smothered that.
Tommy, would Bobby ever hit and run with you guys while you were running the bases? If you're runner at first?
Not very often. You know, I would say that maybe there was a time or two, but not very often. He might have us run on an automatic count.
Yeah.
You know, but
Mike wanted that pitch, didn't get it. So again, from 0-2 to a full count.
A lot of work, isn't it?
yep.
6 full counts for Foltynewicz tonight with 3 walks. And ball 4 up and away. There's no more trouble afoot for Philadelphia. You've got Santana coming up. He's walked twice. So Pavetta stands at second base. Santana hitless in the series so far, takes a strike. Braves bullpen has begun working. Perfect pitch, got the corner call that time. Pavetta was getting those pitches against Foltynewicz at the bottom of the zone. So how many pitches will Mike need to conclude this at bat? 1 perhaps. Second base 1. First base 2. Big pitch, big sequence, third double play. And Santana check swing hits a comebacker, and the Braves erase a Phillies threat. As you look at our Georgia lottery hitting the jackpot, offense has not been a problem lately for the Braves against the Phillies.
No, and it's such a good sign too to see the 7-2 record, because the Phillies have been giving the Braves, like the Nationals, they've given the Braves trouble the last couple of years.
Atlanta's won 7 of those 9 games head to head after the Phillies were dominant. So let's see if Atlanta can take advantage of a big double play ball off Carlos Santana's bat. The Braves start the 5th inning with Ender Inciarte, who's already 2 for 2. Pavetta's thrown 82 pitches through 4 innings tonight. 30 of them came in the 1st inning. One ball, 2 strikes.
Took a little off that. That was a nice pitch.
That's a good pitch. I haven't seen too many of those.
And fouled back and out of play. Well, this starting pitching run by Pavetta is nothing new for the Phillies. Their starters have given up 3 or fewer runs 11 times in their last 12 games. Pavetta only 1 run allowed. That came in the Braves' first. Ender just did stay alive. A ball and 2 strikes.
Talked about how this guy near the end of the year last year really improved on his numbers, and especially in the walk category. Another one is home runs. He hasn't given up a home run yet this year.
Kiss of death.
See ya.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. Right there.
2-2.
I've had that written down all night. I was just waiting for the right pitch count.
.60 strikes for Pavetta. And out of play. Braves have done a good job of fighting off pitches from this guy. Again, he was the man that struck out nearly 10 men per 9 innings last year. He has but 2 strikeouts tonight. Braves have left 5 men on base, all of them in scoring position. Smoked into right field. Ender's 3 for 3.
Another good at bat.
So the 8th pitch of the at bat earns Ender a 3-hit game. 3rd time he's led off an inning with a hit. See if the Braves can chase him around. Ozzie Albies has flied out to deep center and struck out. And he whacks one out of play. Foul, strike 1. Phillies bullpen is starting to get busy. Ender was twitching and just did get back.
Getting old Hobie Milner up, getting ready for Freddie. I'm not sure, but it may be the first time he's been able to throw a pitch in the Braves bullpen.
Maybe they're just deking us. He's not really getting ready to win.
The poor guy got called in when he hadn't even been warming up.
And he was the guy that had to face Freddie Freeman 3 times in as many games in the opening series, and he was a real tough opponent for the Braves first baseman, but not in that opening series.
Nope.
So we'll see if that continues, as the 1-2 pitch is lashed out of play left side into the second deck. The 3 at bats for Freeman against Milner, if it gets to that: home run, walk, single. Pivetta taking his time here. That buys more time for his pen mates to get loose. And now he comes set with a 1-ball 2-strike pitch. It's hit sharply to second. Hernandez to Crawford for 1 and a double play.
It's a nice play by Hernandez. That ball came up on him a little bit, but he was able to kind of smother it. Sharply hit.
So will Gabe Kapler let Pivetta see Freeman a 3rd time, or will he go to his bullpen?
Tell you what, if he started walking out there, I'd start walking away from the mound. Don't let him catch me.
Freeman's been hit by a pitch and he's flied out to center. Again, the Phillies shift. They give him the whole left side if he wants to single that way. And he takes a strike. Freddie jumped all over a first pitch back in the 3rd inning, drove it to deep center. Just missed a corner, even count.
By my numbers, Freddie's never had a hit off of that.
That's correct. He's 0 for 8. High fly ball to center. Herrera on the run to the track, leaps at the wall and hauls it in right at the 400 sign.
Dang it.
They let Pivetta face Freeman a 3rd time, and Freddie almost made him pay. A leaping grab by Adubel Herrera robs Freddie of an extra base hit, and we go to the 6th inning, still tied 1 apiece. Experience to catch every moment this year. Get Braves home screen icons and features like the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. A bunt try by Adubel Herrera, who has the Phillies RBI. A 3rd inning single brought home Cesar Hernandez. And we stand 1-1 after 5 in Atlanta.
Well, as we expected, the old sinker baller Mike Foltynewicz doing what he does best. 3 double play balls tonight.
He will take them. He has pitched in and out of trouble a lot tonight. He stranded 4 Phillies runners. He's had 1 1-2-3 inning. And Shane, look it up. He has thrown 22 pitches tonight after he's gotten to 2 strikes on a Philly hitter. 12 last inning alone. He's quickly ahead here. No balls, 2 strikes. With Herrera, Hoskins, and Williams coming up.
In that situation, Tommy, would you go back tomorrow and look and see, like last inning, for example, okay, what could I have done differently so the next time around when I'm on all these 0-2 counts,
Yeah, I think you have to honestly assess what you're doing or what your struggle is, so to speak, right? So if you get an 0-2 and you're having a hard time putting guys away, okay, you got to look, okay, is it pitch selection? Do I like my sequencing? Okay, if I like it, how's my execution? Am I missing? Are they good misses, bad misses? And then you have to kind of formulate a strategy in terms of attacking and fixing it.
Strike three, a high slider got Herrera, and that's what he checked his swing on in his first at bat. He thought it was letter high, and he's rung up for the first out.
Nice job by Perez to make it look a little better too. Good pitch.
Good start to the inning. Hoskins up. He struck out and hit into a double play.
Chan tells me with his 6 strikeouts tonight, 5 have been on sliders.
Pitch there, another slider, 1-2. 8 strikeouts is Mike's season high. That came against the Nationals on April 4th. The 1-2 pitch is lifted foul and out of play. Mike needs one more out to set a season high for innings pitched in a single game. He also needs some run support. Mike's in a real rut. He's got 9 total runs in his last 7 starts, 10 including tonight. And despite a 3.44 ERA, he's got a 1-5 record. And he just got Hoskins to swing wildly and miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's 7 and a new season high in innings for Fulte.
The last 2 pitches are really a demonstration of what Mike can do when he does what he wants to do. This is the pitch before. They set up outside, supposed to be a slider away, and he almost hit it out of the ballpark. Now he puts it where he wants it. No chance for Hoskins.
Nick Williams has an 8-game hitting streak on the line tonight. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. His 0 for 1, a 4th inning tapper back to the mound.
I like this guy. I've always been a big fan of Aaron Altair because his athletic ability. This guy's a tremendous athlete too.
Made a big impression last September with 33 hits. Real big impression on the final day of the season last year when he hit an inside the park home run. Finished the year at 288. 25 multi-hit games. 90 hits. Now Mike a strike away from pitching 6 complete. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. He struck out the side of the 6th. Amazing. A 97-mile-an-hour laser beam freezes Nick Williams. Foltynewicz with 8 strikeouts. 1-1 game after 5.5. This will be a night of fastballs, and Foltynewicz and Pivetta certainly have thrown their share of them tonight. Mike Foltynewicz with 8 strikeouts, 3 double play balls behind him, has pitched 6 innings of 1-run, 4-hit baseball against the Philadelphia Phillies. Nick Pivetta is out of the game after 5 innings. Hobie Milner is on to pitch as Foltynewicz looks on, having gone a season-high 6 innings himself. And it's Milner versus Markakis, and strike 1 for the Braves right fielder.
Sidearm stuff for Milner. He can pop 90 once in a while with his fastball. Lefties are going to see predominant amount of sliders, however, trying to get him to chase.
Phillies got Milner in the 7th round of the draft in 2012. Cleveland took him in the Rule 5 draft and then returned him. Went to the University of Texas and lives in Fort Worth in the offseason. His dad is Brian Milner, who is a major league catcher. Fly foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Milner is the prototypical modern era left-handed specialist. He pitched in 37 games last year and threw 31 1/3 innings for the Phillies.
I don't know how old he is, but if he can throw strikes most of the time, he can pitch till he's about 50.
Yeah, he's
pitched a long time.
He's 27.
Yeah.
Remember Tony Fossis?
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of what he did. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball had him off stride, and Williams in right should gather that in. And he will for the first out. Markakis retired. Preston Tucker's coming up. He's got the Braves RBI. Stay tuned for the middle of the 7th inning tonight. It's the stretch presented by Advance Auto Parts. Jerome and BJ will have the highlights from this game, which will feature lots of highlights from Mike Foltynewicz. We'd like a few offensive highlights here if possible. As Tucker shoots one toward Herrera. That's going to hang up. Hard hit. 2 outs. And here's Dansby Swanson. And here we go. Gabe Kapler's not going to let Milner face Dansby Swanson. Kapler's going to come out and make a double switch. Pitcher spot is due up 3rd in the 7th inning. Phillies also have Adam Morgan from the left side, and then a whole host of right-handed relievers at his disposal, which is the way he's going to manage this tight ball game. He'll use them all if he can, and we'll see who gets the summons here to face the Braves shortstop. Milner faced 2, got them both out. It's a battle of the bullpens, it appears. 1-1 here in game 2.
Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Delta Airlines. And by your local Ford dealer.
Dansby Swanson's coming up with the bases empty, 2 outs in the Atlanta 6th inning. Pedro Florimon has checked in to play right field. Nick Williams is out of the game. And this is Yaxel Rios.
He's off to a pretty good start in just 6 games to be 2-0 with a 2.08. We saw him for a couple of games in the series here. Last time the Phillies were in town.
No balls and a strike. And a ground ball hit toward third. Franco's got it. Dansby hit it off the end of the bat. And the Braves are retired in order. Time for the 7th inning. 1-1 game.
And Twins are playing the first of 2 down there. And Puerto Rican native Francisco Lindor has brought the crowd to their feet with a 2-run shot. Jose Ramirez, Michael Brantley also with solo home runs. Indians on top of the Twins 5-0. He doesn't have red cleats on, but maybe they are ruby slippers because there's no place like home for Francisco Lindor. Chip, Joe, and Tom.
That's a great point, Jerome. And by the way, I love the jacket tonight. We'll see that during the 7th inning stretch in a moment. As Peter Moylan takes over for the Braves and gets Michael Franco to check his swing, and it's called a strike. Francisco Lindor is some kind of player.
Yes, he is.
Folks down in Puerto Rico going crazy for him tonight. Tapper. Ozzie charges right at the second base bag. Nice patient approach. And he got Franco to start the inning, 1 man down. Joe talks all the time, Tommy, about a home run that Javi Lopez hit down in Puerto Rico, and the place went crazy. Probably the same kind of reaction at Hiram Bithorn Stadium tonight for Cleveland and Minnesota.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it's certainly, like you said, excuse me, a big deal for those folks down in Puerto Rico, and certainly for those guys going home and playing in that home ballpark in front of those folks. That's a big deal for them and a lot of fun.
Line drive by Knapp on the first pitch. He's aboard with a 1-out single. Yeah, Hiram Bithorn Stadium, special place, named for the legendary Hiram Bithorn, who was the first native of Puerto Rico to play in the major leagues. He was pitching for the Chicago Cubs. His debut came almost to the day 60-some odd years ago. So here's Pedro Florimon. Florimon hitting in the pitcher spot, which is 8th.
That trip to the mound just to buy some time for the Braves bullpen because Brian Snitker just turned a double switch.
Hiram Bidhorn, just to finish that story, his big league debut was a little more than 50 years ago. It was April 16th, 1942. And they salute him in San Juan tonight. We salute Peter Moylan as the Braves double switch late.
Here at SunTrust Park. 3 teams over 30 days with the Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Hawks, and Atlanta United all month long. Presented by Advance Auto Parts.
Double switch for Atlanta. Peter Borges takes over in left field for Preston Tucker. He'll bat in the number 9 hole. And a very busy Sam Freeman is already in his 11th game. He's on to face Mr. Florimon.
He'd only walked 2 batters in his first 9 outings. And then Saturday in that frozen debacle in Chicago where nobody could grip the ball, he came in the 8th inning and walked 3 guys without getting an out. And talking to some of the pitchers after the game, they could not feel the baseball. Peter Moylan told me it was like trying to throw a cue ball, a wet cue ball. No idea where it was going.
Sam Freeman tied for the big league lead with 10 appearances. Had a couple of days of rest. That one's bounced foul. The postponement in Chicago, of course. And Sam didn't have to work last night for Atlanta. And to his credit, he did not shy away at all from his line against the Cubs. 3 walks, couple of runs.
Yeah, he said he wasn't going to use it as an excuse.
Nope. 1-2 count. Just missed. 2-2. So major props for Freeman in what turned out to be a disappointing game at Chicago. He's got a good fastball tonight. He's got Napa catcher at first. And the 2-2 pitch. Missed inside. Again, this is where collectively the Braves bullpen has made things awfully difficult on themselves. They have walked a lot of guys. 32 of them this month in 46 innings.
Yeah, that's a trend that cannot continue.
3-2 pitch. It did here for Freeman. He walks Florimon, and now the Phillies have first and second with 1 out. And it looks like Scott Kingery's grabbed a bat. He's going to step in. Kingery for Crawford. This will be Kingery, who can play everywhere on the diamond. Braves have gotten 3 double plays tonight. Can Sam Freeman somehow get another? There's the ground ball. Second base one. Ozzie turns it. Double play. 4 of them tonight for Atlanta. Well, I knew the magnificent 7th inning stretch was coming. I just couldn't get it out in time. 1-1 game here in Atlanta. Time for the stretch, brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. Jerome?
The stretch is brought to you in part by Mobil 1, the world's leading synthetic motor oil. And by Scott Heavy Duty Shop Towels. 1-1 here at SunTrust Park. Hello again, everyone. Jerome Jurenovich along with Brian Jordan. A tight one tonight, Brian. The Braves got the scoring started, though, for the club.
Not a lot of scoring, but the Braves did get it off to a good start. And we talked about this man, Ender Inciarte, struggling. But he got it started in the first inning, getting on base. And how about Preston Tucker? He's been clutch all season long. Ender scores the first run. And how about my pick to click, Dubu Herrera, trying to make up for last night's blunder, Jerome. He hits an RBI single here, and that ties the ball game. Great pitching matchup by Pavetta and Mike Fulton-Neves, just getting it done. Mike, he improves with every start. Nasty slider to a lefty there, blowing a fastball by Reese. And then here we go again, fastball. See you later, Mr. Knapp. And my man Odubel, you can't watch that slider. I mean, he had everything working tonight, Jerome. Great job.
105 pitches for Fulton-Neves tonight. The 8 strikeouts did get you through the 6th inning. We talked about his last start in D.C. very well, but only got you through the 5. Needed to go a little bit longer. He did do that tonight.
He sure did. And pitch count only about 100. So that's an improvement for Mike Fulton-Neves. I love this guy, and he looks like he's going to continue to get better.
Yeah, the 7th inning stretch, it is brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts.
Visit your nearest Advanced Auto Parts store to get the quality parts you want from people that know a lot about them. Advanced Auto Parts. Let's get you back on the road.
And let's get you back to the ball game. Bottom of the 7th inning in Atlanta. 1-1. Boy, the Braves have been fortunate to get 4 double play balls tonight. Let's see if the bottom part of the order can get something going against Yaxel Rios. Scott Kingery will stay in the game and play shortstop. For Atlanta, it'll be Flaherty, Perez, and Peter Borges coming up. I will say this for the Phillies. If you are on their 25-man roster, you better come to the ballpark ready to play, because Gabe Kapler will use every single one of his bullets to try to win a game.
I like what you said earlier. I don't know if you said it on purpose or if it was just a faux pas, but he said if you're in the bullpen, he's going to use you if he can, not if he has to.
Yes, if he can.
If he can.
Well, it's been a well-managed, well-played ball game tonight, much like last night. Won by the Braves 2-1. In the dirt for Flaherty. 2 balls and a strike from Yaxel Rios.
Braves have had their leadoff man on base a few times tonight, thanks to Ender Inciarte primarily, but it's only accounted for 1 run.
It's 2-2. Hey, they got the roof fixed in Toronto. Jays beat Kansas City in game 1, 11-3. They're tied 4-4 at Skydome, or Rogers Center, I should say, in game 2.
Told you they had roofers up there.
Rios ready with his 2-2 pitch. It's lifted softly into left field and playable for Hoskins, who has it. There's out number 1. Colorado shut out the Pirates 2-0. Colorado can't win at home, but they are rolling on the road.
How about that?
They're 9-2 away from Coors Field in their last 11 games played. And they're doing this without Nolan Arenado, who's still serving his suspension.
Did he get it reduced?
Nope, took the 5-gamer. And he will not play in that series in Pittsburgh, and then it will be all taken care of.
Pirates are, I think, first in the league in runs scored, just ahead of the Braves. They've had a pretty good offensive run.
2 runs last night, none tonight. So Colorado starting to pick it up on the road. As Perez missed it, 1 ball, 1 strike. Washington a 4-2 lead now over the Mets. That game's late at Citi Field. Milwaukee 2, Reds nothing. Cardinals 2, Cubs 1 midway through at Wrigley. Giants and Diamondbacks just underway.
Chad Bettis pitched into the 8th inning for the Rockies tonight. 5 hits, no runs. Shaw and McGee and Davis finished it up.
One ball, 2 strikes, bases empty for the Braves catcher Carlos Perez. And that one served into left center field. That'll get down. So Carlos with his first hit of the night, his 2nd of the year. And Peter Borges is coming up.
Oh, we might see Lane Adams run for Perez. No sign of him yet.
Outside, ball 1. Borges had a big hand in the Braves 12-inning victory against the Nationals on April the 11th. 2-run single in the 12th inning. Also threw out a runner at the plate as the Braves won that one 5-3. That as has been the case for Brian Snitker. Close game or the Braves lead in the middle or late innings. If he needs to make a pitching change, he'll often take Preston Tucker out of the game, double switch. Borges, a much more accomplished major league outfielder than Tucker is, but you give up offense for defense. Tucker is a much bigger home run threat than Peter Borges. Another mound visit for the Phillies. They have 4 of those left, I believe. I can find where it is on the board. I think it's 4.
Yeah, they moved it.
5-5 is saying right now, but
shortened up to bunt and took low. 3 balls, no strikes.
Where do you see that, Tommy?
down there, middle right scoreboard by the velocity.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. A 4-pitch walk to Peter Borges. So now you want to manage along with Brian Snitker. Is this where you think about Lane Adams at second base? Yeah, Atlanta only has 2 catchers on the roster.
Well, that's the issue. I mean, I think they're definitely thinking about it, but that's the risk you take a little bit when you're pinch hitting, pinch running, pinch anything for your catcher, and you only have 1 left.
So here comes Gabe Kepler.
I get the double switch again. This is so fun.
I'll bet you he's going to have a Sharpie endorsement by the end of the year. Well, they do have Adam Morgan available. He's a left-hander. Let's see who gets switched out of the game now for Philadelphia. Their pitcher's spot.
Is Florman coming out of the game already?
Is coming up 5th. Yep, Aaron Altair is going to come out and play right field. And I believe it will be Adam Morgan. We'll find out in a 1-1 game next. Braves have the right guy up at the right time. A big night so far for Ender Inciarte.
Snapping out of it like everybody knew he would. 3 for 3 tonight. And he's had real good luck against a pretty tough pitcher, Adam Morgan. 7 for 15 with a couple of doubles against him. Good fastball, a lot of sliders.
Remember, the Phillies used Hobie Milner in the 6th inning. Now they've got Morgan versus Inciarte with 2 on and 1 out. Last year, Inciarte had 57 multi-hit games. Aaron Altair, the new right fielder. Morgan pitching in his 10th game.
Bunch of walks mixed in there.
Ender has 2 multi-hit games in 2018, both of them 3-hit affairs. Remember, his career high in hits is 5 that came against the Phillies. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball hit toward first. Santana to second for 1. On to first. Confusion. Ball got away. And Perez could not come home because the Phillies got a big ricochet right back to Santana at the bag. Otherwise, Atlanta might have been in business.
What a lucky break.
I want to know if Kingery held the bag at second base. I'll bet you that's what Walt Weiss is checking. He turned that awfully quickly. Let's see if Atlanta takes a look at the play at second base. Did he hold the bag? Woohoo.
Pretty close. But this came back like it's coming back from one of the old pitchbacks.
Yeah. Not sure what Morgan was doing there.
Swing and a shot hammered toward left, but right at Hoskins, and that retires the side. Phillies got a little luck in the 7th. We go to the 8th with the top of their orders coming up tied.
You see Tyler Flowers sitting there in the dugout. He is still currently on the DL. He's been out since opening day after straining the oblique, but Brian Snitker tells us he's getting closer. So you see him before the game today running the bases around 3 o'clock. And Brian Snitker also told us that Tyler would hit with the team today. We did not see him actually come out for BP, but he definitely could have hit in the cages. And Snit says he's also slightly ahead of schedule. They're hoping later this week to know where and when he will go on a rehab assignment. And he has not been ruled out to return to the Braves on this upcoming road trip, guys. So good news with Flo.
Good news and a good report, Kelsey. Thank you very much. As Sam Freeman goes to work in the Phillies' 8th inning, top of the order coming up, Hernandez, Santana, and Herrera. 2 switch hitters and a left-handed hitter. Sam got a big double play off Kingery's bat to end the 7th. It's taken downstairs.
It's pretty easy when you have 4 double plays turned tonight that you find a couple that are huge. That was one of them.
.95 and right on by. A ball and 2 strikes.
Neither team has had a lot of luck tonight with runners in scoring position. The Phillies are 1 for 7. The Braves 2 for 9.
Don't want to walk Cesar Hernandez. Fouled away. Still 2-2. Interesting note on Sam Freeman. He has a very impressive streak working. 188 games, including tonight. He's appeared in consecutively without losing a game.
Jeez. Kiss of death. My goodness.
There's something else pretty funny just happened too with Hernandez. He just realized he had his elbow guard on the wrong arm. Oops. As a switch hitter, that can happen. So between pitches, he put it over on his left arm this time.
Full count. And leadoff walk. Walks by the bullpen. That's 2 of them tonight. Hernandez has good speed. And Santana's coming up. He's walked twice. Those walks were issued by Mike Foltynewicz. Santana obliged in the 5th inning, a 1-6-3 double play. 1 of 4 the Phillies have bounced into tonight.
Left-handed pitcher, tough to run on. Good throwing catcher behind the plate. And a powerful hitter at the plate too. I know he's been struggling.
Santana's 3-for-14 as a right-hand hitter with 2 RBIs. Even count.
Phillies have run a little bit though. This is not an ideal spot, but Hernandez 3 out of 4.
Good rip and foul back.
Well, he doesn't get cheated, does he?
No.
Man, oh man.
Well, again, this offseason was a very slow offseason for a lot of free agents, especially first basemen. You think of guys like Logan Morrison, who had a big year offensively last year. It took him forever to find a job. Santana was one of the first free agents to sign, and he got a big multi-year contract from Philadelphia.
And Charlie Manuel's old number.
That's right. Strike 3 call.
Good pitch.
Woo. Santana frozen. So like Charlie Manuel used to sing, he'll take a detour, detour. Over
right.
to Philly dugout.
Man, oh man, what a good pitch.
Real good pitch. That's a sneaky 95-96 too.
Oh, Charlie's doing well. What a nice man and a hero in Philadelphia forever, guiding the Phillies to a world championship. Here's Herrera, 1 for 3, the third inning hit, an RBI single that tied the game for the Phillies. Braves have struck out 9 Philadelphia hitters in the game. Freeman just got his first. Little squibber hit toward third. Flaherty's going to fire to second for 1. Good try, but no chance to get Herrera on that slow hit ball. Atlanta forces Hernandez. Herrera at first, 2 outs, and Hoskins will be the hitter, and Sam Freeman will be taken down, and the Braves will go righty-righty versus Hoskins in the 8th. Phillies are out of position players. They're not going to take Hoskins out anyway. So we'll see if this matchup favors Atlanta. Good work for Sam Freeman, who works an inning and 2/3, allowing 1 hit. Away here tomorrow night. It's the wrap-up of our series at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll get things started with the Braves live, and then on Fox Sports Southeast, it's Game 3 of the series. Vince Velasquez and Brandon McCarthy will lock horns. Brandon has been awfully good, 3-0 for Atlanta. Our April in the ATL coverage presented by Advance Auto Parts. Dan Winkler in his 8th game. Quiet night for Rhys Hoskins. 2 strikeouts and a double play so far.
He was in the game Saturday at Chicago. That was his last outing. An inning and 2/3, a hit and a walk. They both scored, but he struck out 2.
Herrera at first with 2 outs. Aaron Altair is the man on deck, and as we mentioned last night, Altair has had a real rough go of it. He's 3 for his last 39.
Was wondering if they were going to cut him loose there, 3-0 with Altair on deck struggling, but
I would
didn't
have.
look like it.
I would have.
All bets are off now, though. 3-1 the count. And that's what the Phillies have done a lot of tonight. They have swung and missed at almost 29% of all pitches they've offered at this year. That is the third worst swing and miss rate in baseball. Braves have struck out 10 hitters.
Hard to catch up to a high fastball when you're uppercutting.
Excuse me, 9 hitters. Wishful thinking that Hoskins will be the 10th. Runner goes. It is. And the inning is over. Hoskins has 3 strikeouts in a double play, and the Braves are coming up in the 8th inning. Freeman, Markakis, and then we'll see. What a game. It's 1-1, Braves and Phillies. Right guys at the right time, we hope, coming up in the 8th inning. Freddie Freeman will get things started for Atlanta. He has hit the ball hard twice, both to deep center, and is 0 for 2. He's also been hit by a pitch, and he'll face Adam Morgan. Big shift on for Freeman. We didn't get it. Strike 1.
That last one he hit to center was really crushed. And with what wind we have left here tonight, it's blowing out that way. I'm surprised it didn't go.
Freddie has had good luck historically against Morgan. 5 for 15, including a homer. But he's got some work to do behind no balls, 2 strikes. Nick Markakis will follow. He's 1 for 14 against Morgan. Good eye. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morgan, as you know, a local kid. The pitch. Godfrey to chase it. And a big out for the Phillies. A sigh of relief for the moment. And now they've got to contend with Nick Markakis.
3 pretty nasty pitches there.
Kept it down.
Nick is 0 for 3 tonight. Phillies have a shift on, but different than what they threw at Freddie Freeman. Franco, good 30 feet off the line at third base. That's where Morgan pitched him, and he delivers a 95-mile-an-hour strike.
This guy's kind of found a niche in the bullpen after being tried as a starter for a couple of years.
Two balls and a strike. Adam Morgan out of Kell High School and Alabama. 28 years old now. The pitch. Good cut, foul back.
Woo, had a good hack at that.
Morgan started 15 games for the Phillies in 2015, went 5-7. Started 21 games in 2016, went 2-11 with a 6.0 ERA. They then said, son, go to the bullpen. And you're right, Joe, he's been much more effective. Good eye by Markakis. And Nick now will face a full count pitch. Lane Adams is on deck. He would bat for Dan Winkler. So Morgan ready. Here it comes. And a good at bat for Markakis. Funny how the script can get flipped, huh? Freddie Freeman owned Adam Morgan. Morgan strikes him out. Markakis 1 for 14 against him, and he earns a walk. And represents the go-ahead run. So will be Lane Adams now. Lane's done good work in a pinch, and Rick Kranitz will pop out and offer a scouting report here. Lane is 3 for 8 this year in a pinch with the lone Braves pinch hit RBI, and all four Braves RBIs and the lone pinch hit homer this year.
Be a big one here. Big RBI here if he could find a hole somewhere. Get it in the gap. Watch Nick run.
One on, one out. Braves 8th. Here it comes. Strike one. Dansby Swanson's on deck. Nobody up in the Phillies pen. This is Morgan's game. Here it is. Couldn't pull the trigger. 0-2. Now there is action in the Phillies pen. And Swanson waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now they got Luis Garcia up.
Little pop headed toward right and playable for Altair, who has it. And Adams is retired, 2 outs, and let's see what Dansby can do. He's looking over at the Phillies dugout, expecting a pitching change perhaps. Let's see. Nothing yet. They've got Flaherty behind Swanson in case Dansby reaches. And
that was a committee decision down there that took a long time for the vote to come in.
Yep.
It's like there were some precincts that weren't reporting.
So Kapler will go get Morgan. And the parade of relievers for the Phillies continues. That's a strength of their club, and Kapler's using them all tonight. To your mobile device this season. Start streaming now. Fox Sports Goes, presented by your Atlanta Hyundai dealers. Phillies bring on Luis Garcia, a man that has pitched well of late, but has not pitched well in this park. He does have a runner at first with 2 outs here. Garcia at SunTrust Park, 5 games, 9 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings. And Dansby Swanson's hit him hard too.
Really run it up there, upper 90s. Not stealing on the first pitch. Go, Nick, go.
Slider and a beauty. Dansby's 3 for 7 against Garcia. One of those hits a double. One game in the 8th inning. Well, pitching tonight's been really exciting. Smoked into left field, a base hit. So Dansby's 4 for 8. And Garcia gives up a hit to the first man he faces. And now it's Flaherty time. All Ryan's done is go 9 for 19 against the Phillies, who are out of left-handed relievers.
High fastball. And as we've been saying about Dansby, he can turn on the ball naturally without having to try and pull.
Flaherty 1 for 3. That hit a 4th inning infield single. So he has a 3-game hit streak. 2 on, 2 out. All the way to the backstop. It's going to ricochet back to the green space between the plate and mound. A wild pitch. One more of those wouldn't hurt. And now the Phillies will go ahead and walk Flaherty intentionally. Atlanta will bring on Kurt Suzuki for Perez here. I don't think the Braves could be any happier with this potential matchup, the way Kurt hits fastballs.
Agreed. And with the bases loaded now, you're pigeonholing him a little bit, forcing him to throw strikes. So that should add to what Kurt gets to hit.
Get a good one.
Suzuki versus Garcia here. Be a great time for his first hit against the Phillies right-hander. Ball one. Markakis at third, Swanson at second, Flaherty at first. He's trying to cash in a one-out walk to Nick Markakis versus Adam Morgan. Inside and dropped. 2-0.
Very, very small strike zone right here for Kurt. Sitting dead red fastball. Anything other than that, anywhere other than where he wants it, no offer.
Ground ball hit toward short. The long throw to first is in time, and Garcia pitches out of an 8th inning mess. Kingery with the play. The Braves leave them loaded, and we go to the 9th, still tied. Baseball brought to you by T-Mobile. That's Ronald Acuna for the Gwinnett Stripers tonight. And Mr. Acuna has hit a home run. That's a good sign for the Stripers. 2 for 4, a couple of RBIs. Gwinnett won the game 8-3. Mike Soroka started that game. Went 5 innings, 6 hits, 7 strikeouts.
1 walk, 3 earned runs.
So Rodis Vizcaino is on for the 9th inning of a tie game. Altair will start it off, then Franco, then Knapp. Kurt Suzuki, I believe, has put on the catcher's gear. He's behind the plate as we head to the 9th inning tied up. As we mentioned, Aaron Altair off to an ice cold start. He's 3 for his first 39 at the plate, but he does have 2 homers. That's off the plate, ball 1.
Braves got their first save of the year last night. Vizcaino picked it up, an inning, gave up a hit, recorded a strikeout, and a 2-1 win.
No walks, please. 2 balls, no strikes. He's 3 for 39, and the count 3-0.
6 walks in 7 2/3 innings for Rodis. 9 strikeouts.
4-pitch walk in the 9th inning.
And a fast runner. Well, they've turned 4 double plays. They might need a 5th.
5th would be good.
Well, I know who else will need a 5th if these walks keep it going, continuing. That's Chuck Hernandez. Here's Franco. He's 1 for 3 tonight. And the breaking ball in for a strike. Took a little off again.
I think he was trying to jump on the first fastball that he thought he was going to get, ambush it. Guessed wrong.
On both pitches.
Yep.
One ball, 2 strikes for Michael Franco. Another off-speed pitch coming, it appears. 2-2. And he fought it off. It was a slider. Franco still alive.
Barely got a piece of it.
Wow, that was a strike for Nick Pivetta earlier in the game, but not for Vizcaino here. Full count. The very bottom of the zone.
Yeah, Kurt had to chase it too. That didn't help. He was set up away and the ball ran back down and in.
So now a 3-2 count. It's lifted into right center field. Ender's going to gallop over and make the catch. So Franco's retired, 1 out. And here's Andrew Knapp. He is singled and struck out twice.
At the pitcher spot behind him, and that's the last position player, I think, is Alfaro.
Outside, ball 1. Battle of the bullpens tonight. Foltynewicz went 6 innings, a 4-hit, 1-run ball. Nick Pivetta 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run himself. Both clubs have had a lot of base runners. Atlanta has left 10 men, 8 in scoring position tonight. Phillies have left 6. Four of their 6 at second or third tonight. There's a good live fastball. Knapp took it. 1-2. When we get to the bottom of the 9th inning, the Braves will have Borges, Inciarte, and Albies coming up. Pitch. Line down the right field line, but headed for the seats. We're part of a crowd of 17,193 is hanging in there late. Play foul. Andrew Knapp with 2 Ps and 2 Ks. Along with a 7th inning single tonight. Entered play hitting 182. It's up to 200 now with that knock. The pitch. And a good take there for an even count.
Nice stop too by Kurt. Plugging up that 5-hole.
Another breaking ball. Here it comes. And Suzuki got nailed again. Welcome to the game, Kurt. I think it got the flap, but I'll bet that still doesn't feel real good.
Can't feel good.
So after the breaking ball, here comes some heat. Knapp had it covered. Good at bat for the Phillies catcher here.
Yeah, he's put some good swings on the ball.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Fouling off a lot of high 90s pitches.
He's going to see a 10th pitch in the 9th inning. Tell him what's coming, Kurt. Maybe that'll help. Full count. So let's see what the Phillies do here. Fast runner at first. Alfaro on deck. Knapp has struck out quite a bit. 3 times in this series, twice tonight.
I'm sending him.
Me too.
Not going. And another foul ball.
You know, I think the modern book, the modern sabermetrics, doesn't put a lot of value on stolen bases or sacrifice bunts. But if you're trying to win a ball game and get a guy into scoring position at the very least, you got a good runner over there if you want to do it. I'm really shocked he wasn't running. Maybe here he will be. Strike him out, throw him out.
Big lead. Not going. And a little ground ball hit toward first. Freddie's going to fire to second for 1. Return to first is late. Slowly hit, but the Braves get the leading runner. And Knapp is at first, 2 outs, and Alfaro will be announced. He is the final extra player available for the Phillies.
The Braves have done a good job on this twice tonight of getting the lead guy and not allowing the potential winning run get into scoring position. Flaherty did it an inning or so ago with a weak ground ball to him.
So here is Alfaro. Alfaro was 0 for 3 last night. Markakis made a great catch on him in the 7th inning, going up against the padded wall in the right field corner. Alfaro hitting 200. And like so many of his Phillies mates, wants to swing the bat. 17 strikeouts and 35 at bats. Again, we told you this is a swing and miss club. Roughly 30% of their swings, they make no contact.
Especially coming off the bench, looking for a first pitch to put in play. Got a slider instead and still hacking away.
And another 0-2. So one more strike to get, and then the Braves will try to walk off in the bottom of the 9th inning. No balls, 2 strikes. He cut on, tipped it, and Suzuki caught it. Alfaro retired after 3 pitches. Atlanta issues a leadoff walk, and the Phillies don't cash it in. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be Borges, Inciarte, and Albies trying to win it next. Presented by Xfinity. Let's talk about a walk-off win, shall we? Atlanta has the right guys at the right time in the bottom of the 9th inning. They will face Hector Neris, who's had, as you see, a rough go of it in the season's opening weeks.
He's their closer, so he's coming into a game, in a tie game, not for a save. 2 games against the Braves already this year. He didn't fare well. An inning and 2/3, he gave up 3 earned runs. I think it was Neris that gave up the 3-run homer, come to think of it, to Nick Markakis opening night. Good fastball and a split finger pitch.
Peter Borges up for the 2nd time. He walked in the 7th inning. Will be followed by Ender Inciarte and Ozzie Albies. Good cut, and Borges fouled it straight back. Santana at first, Franco at third, even with the bag, just in case Peter thinks about a bunt. Well, it's cued foul, 0-2. Braves snapped the Phillies' 6-game winning streak last night. Atlanta trying to win its 2nd in a row tonight. Swing and a miss. Borges retired on 3 pitches, 1 away. Neris last year did outstanding work for the Phillies, saved 26 games. Most in a single season by a Dominican-born Philly since Jose Mesa. And was 15 out of 15 in saves against his division rivals. He's been battle tested. And he's got to face Ender, who has a 3-hit night.
Boy, Jose Mesa had a good run, 3 or 4 years.
McNair's finished the year on a 20-for-20 saves run. The most consecutive save by a Philly reliever in a single season since Brad Lidge's perfect season in 2008. Lidge went 41 for 41 and was perfect in the playoffs. Talk about a ninth inning security blanket for a manager.
Man, oh man.
It's as good as it gets. The pitch. And made him throw a strike. 2-1 your count. Two and two. As effective as the Phillies bullpen has been, it's going to get better when Tommy Hunter comes back and if Pat Neshek can come back. Those were two guys they brought in the offseason.
More options for Gabe Kapler.
The 2-2 pitch is poked towards second. Hernandez has it and 2 are out.
That was the split finger pitch. Caused Ender to kind of take a half swing at it. Ozzie hit a rocket his last time up with men on base, but right at Hoskins. He is a first pitch attacking dude.
Base is empty, 2 outs, last of the 9th inning. Harris will take a quick peek at who's standing in the on deck circle, and he'll make a mistake with Albies.
Somehow, some way, get on, get an extra base hit, and even better.
Ball 2.
Took a chance there, 2-0. Splitter. Let him swing right over the top of it.
Now it's 2 balls and a strike. And now it's 3 balls and a strike.
Time's your tea time, Mr. Albies? Oh, around 10:42.
Here it is. Ball 4. Winning run aboard with 2 outs. And Freddie Freeman's coming up. He's not afraid to ambush a first pitch. And Freddie's hit the ball hard twice tonight, too.
It'll be interesting to see how he attacks Freddie, because he did not seem to want any part of Ozzie.
Nope. Tell you, I'd have Ozzie running even at the expense of them pitching around Freddie, because I know what Nick did to him opening night, and so does Neris.
And they're giving Freeman the entire left side of the infield. They're playing very deep in the outfield. Straightens him up, ball 1. Point being, if Freddie hits a low line drive, it might scoot to the wall, and if Ozzie's running, he could score from first on that. One ball, no strikes.
A lot of pressure on the defense here with this overshift. Outfielders are all very deep. They know how fast Ozzie is. And one of the best hitters in the game at the plate. Little anxiety for the defense.
Got her over the outside corner.
Another 2-0 split finger pitch.
Yep.
2-2. If Freddie can reach, Nick Markakis would be the Braves hitter. We all remember what Nick did on opening day here.
2-0 splitter, 2-1 splitter. Got to figure to throw it again.
Yeah.
Missed badly. Well, now the advantage is Ozzie can run.
And if they walk him, Ozzie might be able to run all the way to third base.
3 balls, 2 strikes. There he goes. And Freddie swings and misses. And that will retire the side. Good work by Hector Neris. We've got free baseball in Atlanta. 1-1's your score. We go to the 10th. Hits. And here in the top of the 10th inning, it'll be Jose Ramirez, who's on for his 7th game.
What a tough day he had in Chicago. Talking to him after that game Saturday night, he said he could not feel the baseball. His hands were so cold. He had no idea where the ball was going. A third of an inning, 2 hits, 2 walks, eventually 5 runs, all earned. And it was all over the place.
Well, he's got Kingery, Hernandez, and Santana for Philadelphia. Kingery hit into the last of 4 double plays for the Phillies in the 7th. And that missed downstairs, ball 1. Another bullpenning game in the major leagues. Ramirez, the 5th Atlanta reliever. The Phillies have used 5. And Atlanta's relief corps just continues to make it tough on themselves, guys, with these walks. Sam Freeman walked the first guy he faced. Vizcaino walked the first guy he faced. Now Ramirez walks the first guy he faces in the 10th inning. And the silver lining to this is somehow, some way, Joe, Braves pen has been able to keep these walks from scoring.
Yeah, I don't know how.
But it is, as Tom said, a awfully dangerous way to try to win games.
No, you're playing with fire. Sooner or later, it's gonna start coming back to bite you.
The defense has really helped him most of the time.
So that is the 4th walk issued by the Braves relief corps now in 2 2/3 innings. That gives him 36 walks in 49 innings this month. In fairness to them, the Saturday game in Chicago, a big chunk of bases on balls in that game. So they get a pass for that. But boy, they've made it tough on themselves, especially with this part of the lineup coming up. Cesar Hernandez has singled, scored, and walked twice. He's got the elbow guard on the right arm. Yeah, that's important. Joe saw that earlier. The pitch, runner goes, good jump, pitch a ball, the throw to second late. And did he come off the bag? Apparently not. Somehow Kingery got back to the pillow, and Dansby Swanson's looking in. He thinks Kingery might have come off the bag. He kept the tag there. Let's see if the Braves have a good enough angle to take a look at this.
Well, he almost got picked off. He's jumping and hopping over there. He pulled the left arm back, got the right arm back to the base. Mark Rippiger is the umpire. And off and on, at least from the umpire's view. No review.
So Kingery steals the base. Hernandez a 1-1 count. Let's see if he pushes a bunt. He does, and it's a beauty. One play, it's going to be too late. Hernandez with a bunt single. So that's the best of all worlds for the Phillies. A bunt single puts runners at first and third, and nobody out. And now Santana with a fly ball could give Philadelphia a 10th inning lead.
Beware the first pitch on him.
Ball 1. Now it's an even count to Carlos Santana, the Phillies' first baseman. Mets were beaten by Washington tonight.
So the sky really is falling in New York.
Yep, that's 2 in a row for the Mets. Good pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Even worse. The Marlins clobbered the Yankees tonight.
Boy, when Jose's got command of his changeup, when he just keeps it down at the bottom of the zone like that, it is a really good pitch.
Yeah, it's nasty. Great change of speed off his fastball, and it's so much movement.
1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Came back to get Santana. That's a big out. Now you're a ground ball perhaps away from getting out of the inning.
Circle change again. It's almost got a screwball spin on it.
How about an Odubel play here?
Take it. Oh, I see what you did there.
2 strikeouts for Herrera, and at this point the only Phillies RBI. A strike. Hernandez started, then slammed on the brakes at first.
I think I'd want him staying put and give Herrera that hole to work with if needed, even at the expense of a double play.
Popped up. Will it stay in play? Flaherty over near the Phillies dugout is going to have room. Herrera pops out. 2 away. A little bit of a traffic jam for Ryan as he started to make his way toward the Philly dugout.
I'm wondering if that cable that it holds the extension of the backstop, the screen there, it kind of runs along the facing of the dugout and near the rail. I'm wondering if that was part of it. I don't know how close that is to the actual rail.
So Ramirez has 2 outs. He's got Hoskins up there. Righty-righty matchup. And ball 1. Hoskins, 3 strikeouts and a double play tonight. Right there over the corner. Now the runner goes. It's a strike. Hernandez takes second. He's credited with the stolen base. 2 of those by the Phillies in the inning, but they're down to their last strike. Let's see what Jose cooks up here. Good stop. Hoskins didn't chase it. 2-2.
Well, he was in the on deck circle watching Herrera. He was watching what happened to Santana. He knows that changeup is a weapon, but when you're behind in the count and the guy's throwing 95, you got to respect the fastball.
Here it comes. Driven toward right. That's tough play for Markakis. He can't make it. It's off the base of the wall. And the Phillies are going to score 2 runs on a Rhys Hoskins double with 2 strikes and 2 outs. That's right. 2 bases, 2 RBIs, and a 2-run Philly lead.
Got a fastball, and he did what he's done so many times already to the Braves, and that's go the other way and hit the ball with authority.
Yeah, up over the plate, just a touch. Good swing, drove it the other way. Big hit.
So 3-1 Phillies. Hoskins continues to wear out the Braves. That's 7 hits for Hoskins and 5 RBIs in 5 games. And no bigger hit for any of the Phillies than that one here in the 10th inning with 2 outs. So Aaron Altair bats. He walked in his lone trip to the plate tonight. The leadoff walk. A big play, and the inability of the Braves to throw out Hernandez, who was trying to sacrifice, gave Hoskins a chance to come up in the inning. Ball 4. Braves have walked a man 3 for 36 at the plate twice in as many innings. And Chuck Hernandez will come out for a visit. And Michael Franco will be the next Philly hitter.
Can't give him any more. Still have middle of the Braves lineup coming in the bottom of the inning.
Pop back our way and out of reach. Strike one, the count. Cardinals are beating the Cubs tonight. That's 5-1. Bottom of the 8th inning at Wrigley Field. Cubs were supposed to get Anthony Rizzo back tonight. Almost to the backstop, even count. Giants are in Arizona. That game scoreless in the 6th inning. Boy, Arizona's been playing great. Paul Goldschmidt is starting to heat up. The pitch. Corner cutter, 1-2. Franco ready. Now the 2-2 offering is on the way. And a high fly ball toward left center field. Borges sprinting near the warning track. Still going. Ender's there. Slides to a stop at the base of the wall and can't catch it. 2 runs are going to score. As again, the Phillies with 2 strikes get a 2-base hit and 2 more runs to break it open. It's 5-1.
If you can hit a ball to left center field between Borges and Inciarte and neither one can catch it, then you've done something. Ender knew he was getting close to the wall, tried to make a sliding catch, couldn't get there.
So a rough 10th for Ramirez. Knapp will be intentionally walked. And that's because the pitcher's spot is due. And Ben Lively, a Phillies pitcher, will stand in with 2 on, 4 in, and 2 out.
Wow, was up there hacking too.
It's kind of fun when you play the Phillies. You never know what to expect. They have position players pitching and pitchers.
Yeah, if you're a pitcher, starting pitcher, you got to be thinking you're going to get some at bats.
This guy's got a good hack, doesn't he? A lively swing, but he missed that one. Lively came from the Reds for Marlon Byrd in 2014. He hit a home run last year in Arizona, but not this time in Atlanta. 9 come to the plate for the Phillies in the 10th. 4 Phillies score, and the inning began with the dreaded leadoff walk in extra innings. 5-1 Philadelphia. Last call for Atlanta at SunTrust Park next. 2-strike, 2-out, 2-run double. Put Philadelphia back in front. Michael Franco added a 2-run, 2-bagger of his own. That sets it up for Drew Hutchison, who's on for the 5th time for the Phillies, who now enjoy a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the 10th.
Yeah, he's got a lot of room to work. I know he's got almost a 6 ERA, but a 4-run lead to work with going into the bottom half of the inning. Fastball slider.
Nick Markakis will be the first Atlanta hitter. Charlie Culberson in the pitcher's spot, then Dansby Swanson. Nick is 0 for 3 tonight. He walked in the 8th. Game of missed opportunities for the Braves, who've left 11 on base, 8 of them in scoring position so far. Atlanta got unloaded with 2 outs in the 8th inning. Kurt Suzuki grounded out. They had a 2-out walk in the 9th inning, and then Freeman versus Neris, and Neris with some nasty split finger pitches struck out Freeman. Then the Phillies got their big 10th going. High hopper hit toward first. Santana, an excellent defender. That one almost snuck through the webbing.
It looked like it was coming up, didn't it?
But he held on for the first out.
Boy, it sure did.
So here's Charlie Culberson. As Hutchison turns it loose, and this is downstairs, ball 1. Hutchison was the winning pitcher on the 30th of March here in Atlanta. His first victory in the major league since April 24th, 2016 against Oakland. He came to spring training as a non-roster player. Last year spent the entire season with Indianapolis at AAA. Finished with a 3.56 ERA. Was trying to stay in the big leagues as a relief pitcher. And he's a strike away from his 2nd out in the 10th inning.
I need 6, please.
A swing and a miss by Charlie. The flip to first will be out number 2. So Dansby Swanson, the last hope for Atlanta. Dansby's 1 for 4, an 8th inning single. Strike 1. Game 3 tomorrow night. Brandon McCarthy, Vince Velasquez. Barring a 2-out rally, it'll be the rubber game of the series. Braves live at 7 o'clock. First pitch 7:35. McCarthy trying to go 4-0 for Atlanta. And we'll welcome the Mets to town for a big 4-game showdown starting Thursday night. Up the middle, it's a base hit for Swanson, who's got 2 hits tonight.
Can't give it bats away. Got to be greedy no matter what the score, no matter what's going on. And Dansby is getting his.
So here's Flaherty. Ryan's 1 for 3 with an intentional walk. foul, even count. If Flaherty can keep the game alive, you've got Kurt Suzuki, then Peter Borges. Runner goes. The pitch is low. Swanson takes second. Defensive indifference. That takes away the force play at second base. Often said that no matter the score, the 27th out, or in this case the 30th out's the toughest one to get. Braves are hoping that's the case. The rally caps are on from few of the faithful tonight. 3-1 pitch is bounced toward first, and Santana scoops it up. And in extra innings, the Phillies have evened up the series by virtue of a 5-1 victory in 10. Big hits by Rhys Hoskins, who's turning into a Braves killer, and Michael Franco turned the trick tonight. 5-1 Philadelphia the win, fellas. The Braves will try to win the series outright tomorrow behind Brandon McCarthy.
Opportunities spoiled, and then late, too many walks.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of opportunities, didn't cash in. Walks came back to haunt him, so hopefully Mac goes out tomorrow night and wins the series.
Neris beats Ramirez. Phillies beat the Braves 5-1. We will see you on Braves Live, presented by Xfinity. That's coming up momentarily here on Fox.